What's up guys, welcome to Tech Predator. Apple will be holding its iPhone 15 event a few short weeks from now, probably on September 13th, where it will also be announcing the 15 Plus, a 15 Pro, and an iPhone 15 Pro Max, all with dynamic island cutouts and USB Type-C ports. That's a continuation of its new lineup of phones that includes a Plus model, replacing the mini one that nobody seemed to like very much. Not that the Plus version fared any better in terms of sales, but could Apple pull through with the new 2023 iPhones? Here we list all of the new iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, and iPhone 15 Pro Max specs and functions to drool over. But before starting, please subscribe to my channel for more, and if you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button. Let's take a start with iPhone 15 Pro Max. Well, this flagship interestingly will have the 6x periscope zoom camera, a 6.69-inch display with thinner bezels, titanium frame, programmable action button, higher, $1,199 starting price, larger 4,852 mAh, which means larger 12% battery, a 3nm Apple A17 chipset, up to 2 TB storage, and USB Type-C port. The biggest iPhone 15 Pro Max versus iPhone 14 Pro Max changes will be the addition of a periscope zoom camera and the removal of the mute switch for the sake of an action button, both for the first time on an iPhone. The action button with accessibility, camera, flashlight, focus, magnifier, shortcuts, silent mode, translate, or voice memo functions could be similar to the one Apple has on its Watch Ultra, and the cases for the new iPhone 15 Pro line may look like the one shared by main Boo on Twitter. Coming 5 years after flagship Androids got the goods, the iPhone 15 Pro Max periscope zoom camera is still not expected to be up there with the best of them, at least as far as zoom levels and sensor resolution are concerned. At up to 6x optical zoom magnification, with a 12-megapixel 1/3 sensor and f2.8 aperture, Apple still needs to do some catching up to the 10x zoom of the Galaxy S23 Ultra or the 50-megapixel periscope zoom camera sensor of the Oppo Find X6 Pro that beat Samsung in low-light zoom photos. Apple is reportedly going to add sensor shift image stabilization, too, but we'd wait to see how it processes zoom shots before we make any conclusions on hardware alone. The other big new iPhone 15 Pro Max feature will be the move to titanium for the frame instead of the stainless steel that Apple uses now on the Pro models. It will allow for much thinner bezels and much lighter phone, as, let's face it, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is quite a heavy and blocky chubster. Adding a periscope zoom camera kit and a larger 4,852 mAh, about 12% larger battery, would have increased the 15 Pro Max's weight even further, so Apple had little choice but to lighten it up with more premium materials. Together, all this new hardware and design features are expected to raise the base price of the iPhone 15 Pro Max by at least $100, though. The smaller iPhone 15 Pro will have similar to the iPhone 15 Pro Max upgrades: action button, titanium frame, thinner bezels, bigger battery, new Apple A17 chipset, and USB Type-C port, but won't have place for its periscope zoom camera, driving an even wider specs gap wedge in the 2023 iPhone models, this time between the Pro and Pro Max versions. All that titanium is expected to cost you more here, too, but may lead to lighter iPhone 15 Pro. Well, the big new iPhone 15 Plus 65% larger sensor from last year's Pro line. It should offer better image quality and allow the funniest feature could be the 48-megapixel camera with it to achieve more detailed 2x zoom photos as it crops from the main sensor. While the iPhone 15 Plus is expected to keep the low 60Hz refresh rate display of its predecessor, it will use Samsung's modern M12 OLED display generation across the lineup, making for a much brighter panel compared to the 14 Plus. Moreover, Apple is expected to get rid of the notch on its cheaper phone models, too, and include the dynamic island cutout on the Plus version as well. The 15 Plus should also ship with the largest battery ever on an iPhone, reportedly a 4,912 mAh unit. On paper, this should also mean the best battery life on an iPhone, but the iPhone 15 Plus will ship with a 4nm Apple A16 processor instead of the new 3nm A17, with 15% lower power consumption. Moreover, the display will still be of the power-hungry LTPS variety, so the iPhone 15 Pro Max may ultimately trump the 15 Plus in terms of battery life as well. At 18% more and 3,877 mAh, this will be the biggest bump in size across the 2023 iPhone line percentage-wise. Granted, the iPhone 15 will still reportedly come with a slow 60Hz refresh rate display with higher power draw than the LTPO1 on the iPhone 15 Pro, but it could be brighter thanks to the upgrade to an M12 Samsung OLED display generation, just like on the Pro line. The processing upgrade to a 4nm Apple A16 chipset should offset the power-hungry screen and return a battery life of up to 24 hours when running video on the iPhone 15, quite a bump from its predecessor. Plus, there could be a USB Type-C connector at the other end of the charging cable for added convenience. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching and goodbye.